The drivers go into this new season with a very open mind. The Halo will improve the safety, the now manual ERS is still going to enhance the strategy for the drivers, and STB Maudi has said that he's very confident that the Hypersoft implemented into this new season from Pirelli will see the drivers eke out even more performance than they did last season. One of the more optimistic drivers going into this new season is Tysex Fusion, who says he's very confident he can take the title crown back off Finn Total Pure. The reigning world champion from Finland and Haas team principal Gene Haas have both said they are very unhappy to see Fusion go from Haas to the Silver Arrow, but wish him luck with his new adventure. Despite his incredible confidence, Fusion says that he's acknowledging that ZL-CX4 and Isaac Clerk 16, who currently leads the trials and is favourite to get pole position in Australia, are going to be two of his fastest ever rivals and will definitely have a challenge beating them to the title. In other news, it's Judgment Day, has said by team principal of Renault. After their dismal season, only accumulating 6 points and finishing 10th in the Constructors in Season 12, they say it is now time to get themselves sorted and back up into a championship fight. Total Pure has also said that he's looking forward to this new season, but also knows that he doesn't have the pace to challenge for the championship, but has said anything can happen in Formula 1. In even more news, Typhon Killer is excited to be back in STB, but says that the curbs on the new game are going to be his downfall, but has said that his team have welcomed him so well and he's feeling very confident going into Melbourne, but still says that those curbs, especially at the chicane, are going to daunt him. So with very little knowledge going into Australia, it's anyone's guess who will be top of the podium this weekend.
Hello and welcome to the STB Racing League Season 13 opener, the Australian Grand Prix, live here from the Melbourne Grand Prix circuit in Melbourne, Australia. The Rolex sponsorship is all here, dominating our viewpoint for the first race of this new season on this new and improved F1 2018 game. What a spectacle we have here this evening. We have arguably the most competitive grid that we've ever had here at STB, and we also have, you know, a pretty decent weather condition for the start of this qualifying session. We're here and it is absolutely stunning, the skies here in Australia. You don't know what's going to be for the race, but you know, there you go. I am STB Maudi and I am so happy to be with you for another season, full time now, commentating alongside Jack Hotwood, but unfortunately he's had a power cut, so unfortunately he can't be with us, which is a shame, but he should be with us maybe soon, who knows. Also this season we have the introduction of ERS by Codemasters. That's going to give a lot of strategic elements into every single Grand Prix, and we also have the ghosting off, so that's going to cause even more action here in the racing. And you know what, we're just looking, it's looking like it's going to be a spectacular season. And I'll see there's going to get some get a bit slipstream off that car. There's a lot of traffic drivers have had to navigate here today, especially Total Pure. Remember, he was blocked by that Red Bull, so not what he needs. And he's just nearly, and he's made a mistake there. Did he not? I don't really know. I think he was on an outlap anyway, but there's just, yeah, showing you so much traffic out on track. The drivers really need to contend with here. Total Pure then stayed with the Haas team, you know, been drawn again for that team. So hopefully he can bring back some points for them. Here he is then, into the pit lane. The reigning world champion, Total Pure. And yeah, not having the best of qualifying at the moment. P16 was blocked by the Red Bull. We're going to see who that was. But yeah, here we have our reigning world champion, Total Pure. I'd like to include your audio. We're going to give you a quick interview here in qualifying, and then you can get back out on track. Hello?
Yep.
So Total Pure, obviously a very, very strong grid this season, much stronger than it was last season. You had a great season last time. What's your expectations ahead of the new season?
I actually have no idea where I will be at. This race will give me some information about that.
Okay. I seen that you got blocked on your one of your laps. Who was that by?
Actually, I can't remember. It was Lucea. Yeah.
Was there? Okay. We're here in Australia. Of course, we have the ERS system. We didn't have that last season. How are you coping with getting used to that?
I think after like few laps trying it, it gets much easier to use. It's quite quickly to learn.
And yeah, I wish you luck on your title defence, and hopefully we can see you at the front of the grid here in season 13.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you to Total Pure, but we now have IS Leclerc 16, the favourite, one of the quickest guys we have, one of the faster drivers, and he's currently down in P8, so not really showing that he's got the pace at the moment, and he's really struggling, it looks like, to get the grip here in Australia. So we're just going to see now. So very wide actually on some of the corners, so he may be struggling with some turning, or I don't really know, but he's going to go P2 there, a 1:20.1. That is very, very good lap time there from IS Leclerc, and I believe, is he going on another lap? I don't really know because we need to get him in the party, but that is very, very strong. And there's a mistake there from ZLCX4, so he's made a mistake on his qualifying lap, so that's not good for his team. The new Honda engine in that Tarossa, of course, in 2018. So yeah, looking pretty strong. And IS Leclerc has been disqualified for going the wrong way. He will start at the back of the grid. Okay. Bullseye then. Hit number 1 for him. It's pretty hard to get this track right. And he span it. He's in the wall. Bullseye has completely messed up that first corner of sequence. And he's at it. IS Leclerc, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so yeah, you'd like to include your audio.
Yes.
You're at the back of the grid in 18th.
Yeah. I would like to screen my lap, and the ghost is going to the back, and I've been disqualifying.
Oh, and Typhon! Typhon, sorry to disturb you there. Typhon has just had a big accident here in qualifying. He's out of the Australian Grand Prix qualifying session. He's done it. He's binned it in that wall. And there you go. So yeah, sorry, so yeah, you got disqualified. What's your plans now ahead of this race? Because obviously now your strategy is going to change a bit. Leclerc? He's connecting. So yeah, not good for Leclerc there. Pretty poor qualifying from him. So then we have Tysex Fusion currently in P number 8 here in Australia, and he's looking pretty strong. He's going through these few corners now. I don't really know the names of the Melbourne Grand Prix circuit, the corners, but he's looking pretty strong now on his lap. Let's see what he can do round. Yeah, it's very hard actually on this game, the left-right fast chicane, and yeah, so he's now coming into the final sector, one of the, well, probably the most important sector on this circuit. Pretty hard to get right. He's going to go there. Like most of these drivers are really drilled into the track, and hopefully now, is this going to be pole position? Yes, it is. 119.7 for your three-time world champion. What a performance that is here in Australia. Let's see what Total Pure can do now on his final lap. He's going to start it now. Here we go. Looks very hard actually, that first run on this game. I don't really understand what's going on really, but finished player then, down at P5, that's not good, but he's a 10th up. So he's looking strong. Finished player's looking very strong, I must say. Stronger than I thought. Typhon Killer, he's fuming. He's absolutely fuming. That crash not done him any favours here in qualifying. And finished player is looking strong. Not got much energy to deploy here. He needs to save it in these corners. Very, very important actually, this ERS system. In order to actually see who's going to be up there. Coming out the final corner then, what time is this going to be? It looks like it's going to be quicker than his last one. It is a 1:20.3 and he's still in P5, so it is P5 for the McLaren driver. Matt then, who actually looked pretty strong in the back end of last season. He had the pace, he was definitely practicing a lot more than he was. There you go, ZLCX4, what a lap from him there. 1:19.4, that gets him up into P number 1 here in Australia. So that is an incredible lap, really, really strong from him. Quite expected actually. He is one of the quickest drivers on this game, so it's an absolute pleasure to see him here in STB. Coming round then, the final few corners, and let's see what Matt can do then. He said he's felt quite strong, and it's going to be P6 for him, so he's normally around the top, P12, P13 sort of area, I would say. That's what I was expecting him to qualify, but that was not for me, P6. So that's going to be pretty strong then. So yeah, nothing really to say really about this Australian Grand Prix qualifying. Just an incredible lap from ZLC X4, but yeah. Your grid for the Australian Grand Prix. ZLC X4 is on pole position. Second is Top 6 Fusion. Third is Bullseye. Fourth is Total Pure. Fifth is Finished Player. Sixth is STB Matty. Seventh is Urban Unicorn. Eighth is VSR Sierra. Ninth is Feloru 810. 10th is Jason is back. 11th is Born Buckley. 12th is LRS Mercury. 13th is DJ Danny. 14th is Fair. 15th is LCK Jaw. 16th is Dennis VKK. 17th after that big crash is Typhon Killer. And rounding up the back of the grid is IS Leclerc 16th. The formation lap. So yeah, these drivers are going to be driving around the Australia circuit with not much knowledge of what is to come. Obviously, there's not been much racing with these drivers, which is absolutely just drivers must be thinking, what is going on? Because it is going to be really, really difficult for these drivers to actually get the times in, know how to use ERS. It's still very, very normal to be the driver. Futures on formation between Jordan and Dennis, Stewards. But yeah, this Australia track seems to be one of the best races to start the season. It's got such great history. The country itself is so, so beautiful. And drivers, personally, I love coming to Australia and watching it for the first race. It's such a great season opener, and it has the lake. It has some great some great attractions around this Melbourne Grand Prix circuit. So it's going to be really, really interesting. to see what these drivers can achieve. You have Total Pure, the champion. We have Bullseye, looking pretty strong. We have Fusion, the 3-time world champion, and we have one of the quickest drivers on the game, ZLCX4. We have Max, we have Finished Player, we have so many great drivers. So then, we are here. Yeah, we are here then in Australia. The drivers are going to their spots, and this is getting intense now. Getting very, very intense here in Australia. We have got 17 drivers ready to battle it out here in Australia. Who is going to win the Australian Grand Prix? Here we go. We have got one light. We have got 2 lights. We have got a total of 5 lights now, and it is lights out and away they go. Season 13 is underway. A lot of smoking off the tyres now. We've got the Toro Rosso of ZLC there back. Now we've got 2 Mercedes going side by side down to turn 1. Bullseye and Fusion. Bullseye now going to try and get the position. We've got a few drivers off there at turn 1. No drivers actually down there at turn 1. We've got so many drivers here trying to battle it out. Round here we've got Mercury down in P10. We're looking at the front of the grid now. We've got a Bullseye here in P3. That is a very, very interesting start. He's made a mistake there. That's going to give Total Pure the opportunity. Massive in P5. That's a great start from him. Jason is back up in a P7. He's going to get chased now by the new driver, I can't say his name. You know it. The Rolu 810. I'm going to have to learn that throughout the season. LRS Mercury then coming through this corner. He's on a set of SOS at the moment, so he's on a pretty decent strategy. But yeah, look at this. Total Pure then up in a P4 now. That's very, very interesting. We've got a few drivers back in position, and that is Bullseye. Bullseye is out of the Australian Grand Prix. He's made a mistake as he crashed it off the curb. I can't quite see him. I think he's crashed it off the curb there. I can't see his ghost car, but that is disappointing for him. He was up there in P3. So yeah, that's not good. Not good for him, but here we go. We've got ZLC now, X4, currently setting the fastest lap, and now we've got Ferroru, I can't even say his name. Force India then behind Jason is back. He's looking pretty strong here. The one of 2 Spaniards this season. He's going to pull to the outside line now. Let's see what he can do. Around the outside, he's going to try it. Jason's going to have that covered, and he's going to try and go around the outside now, but there's no space to try and get it. No traction from the Force India. Now is going to just follow through. This makes a small mistake here, and yeah, this is looking like a pretty decent start to the Australian Grand Prix. Then I'll see X4 leads, followed by Fusion, followed by Total Pure, followed by STB. Matty, great performance from him. Must be loving it up in that position. Finished player 16, then P5. Great performance from him. But elsewhere, here we go. We've got collision. There's a collision. There's contact between the South and the Force India. There is contact there, and Ferroru, can't say his name. I'm sorry. He's made contact with Jason, and he is the driver who has lost out the most. But Typhon Killer, after a horrid qualifying, he's up there into and nearly a collision there between 2 Force Indias. Yeah, probably not looking like, and he's lost his whole front wing from that collision as well, so he must be absolutely fuming. Going into the pit lane comes the Force India drivers. He's going to have a long afternoon ahead of him. We have got Luther then coming through the first corner, but what we really want to look at is Typhon Kelly. He's looking pretty strong at the moment. Let's just look at the back of the field. Mercury's really strong actually. In Charles Russell, so he's had an accident down at turn 1. He's had to wait for some of the drivers. That's what he needs. Rise Leclerc then. Not looking quite, really. He's looking strong. He obviously started on the super softs, I believe. So that's the Red Bull. So yeah, he's had a pretty decent start there. So then we've got Typhon. Oh no, Typhon Killer! Oh, commiserations to Typhon Killer. He's done it. He's done exactly what he did in qualifying. Exactly what he did in qualifying. Oh, unlucky. Really, really unlucky for him. But finished player. Looking like he's really, really bringing in STB Matty. And STB Matty looks like he's really bringing in Total Pure. So, you know, this could be very, very, very interesting battle for P3 here in Australia. So let's have a look then. Matty looking pretty strong. Of course, he's got the wheels, so of course he's going to have a lot of grip through the corners, be able to turn more. But yeah, Matt looks like he's having a decent season at the moment. Finished players, of course, he's looking. Personally, I thought he was pretty strong in qualifying, so we're just going to have to see how that comes out. STB Matty then. Sorry, Total Pure, reigning world champion. And yeah, Fusion looks like he's really struggling to try and catch up to ZLC here. So, yeah. Matty then. Matty's been overtaken by finish player, but he's going to try and get the overtake done. Fortunately, I missed that there, trying to look at Fusion. But Matt's got the position back, so there you have it. A decent overtake as well, if I don't say so myself. Try and get back up there, but here we go, finish player then. DRS. Round the outside of the Ferrari. He's done it. He has absolutely left Matt for chips there. Left Matt for chips. Great overtaking move there from finish player. Up into a very respectable P4. On Buckley then. Really reeling in the back of LCK Jaw. LCK Jaw's made a mistake. And that is Buckley up in a P number 6. And then comes finish player in his very attractive, I can't remember the P word, but the orange. Very, very nice. ZLC then, currently actually on 5% battery, so he's currently in none at the moment. He's struggling. He's struggling with that battery. I've thought that out, but we got Mercury back on the attack on Dennis now. P14 on lap 9. They've currently got 48%, so he's got more battery than Dennis. So if he wants to just get this done, overtake mode. Sorted. There you go, P13, but obviously he's going to try and conserve that energy for later on in the Grand Prix, where it really, really matters more really as the race goes on. But yeah, really, really interesting. But there's a brilliant battle here. Look at this timing from me. Look at this Total Pure now. Coming around the outside of the salvage. It's going to be 3 wide down here. Turn 3. 3 wide. Turn 3. And finish player's got that. And he's absolutely left DJ Danny for chips. DJ Danny got slap in the face there from the McLaren. And Total Pure follows him closely in P number 7. Of issues and Fusion on a set of softs. That could prove vital to his chances of victory here this season. Just depends really on the traffic that Fusion's going to get himself in, but he's cleared. It looks like finish player and Total Pure. And Total Pure looks like he's on the inside now of the McLaren. Straightforward move up the inside, lock up the brake, sorted. Up into P number 6. Born Buckley then on a set of super softs. This could prove vital in these quests. He's on 51%, so he's definitely saving that battery more than most drivers are. He does like the strategy involved with the CRS. He did say that in a pre-season interview actually. So it's going to be really fun for him as he comes into pit lane, so hopefully Force India. is now on this game, is going to try and do their best job in the pits. The McLaren then. Oh, and ZLC X4 has made a mistake. I don't know what happened. Did he? I think he crashed or something like that. What happened there? He's crashed. He's out. He's out of the Australian Grand Prix. We're going to quickly have a look now at the race director. Didn't even see that, and it just looks like he hasn't even crashed. It just looks like he's he's just tired or something. No, I can't really see it on the race director. Yeah, nothing on the race director. He's just retired. So that's confusing. And Danny's not making it easy for Jason. They come through the final sector now. Closing in. Danny looks like he's got that straight line speed, but he hasn't got enough. There you go. Round the outside goes the Sauber of Jason. On the other Sauber. Oh, and there's been some sort of contact down there. What's going on here? We've got Danny down in there. We've got Buckley now trying to go around the outside of Danny. This is incredible. Round the outside now. Look at this. Inside for the next one. Oh, he's left him for chips. He's absolutely left him for chips there. That is an incredible overtaking move from the Force India. Now we've got the Red Bull of Youth there. And Danny's darting all over the place. He's struggling for grip there. I know Ruth there now going through this complex, this long sweeping left-hander. He's going to go around the outside. He's going to do a Rosberg on Vettel 2012. He can miss it down the outside, but Danny's having none of that. Danny's like, no, screw you. That's my position. But Danny has to yield from there. Paul Buckley then, not cutting that corner like Jason did, but yes, looks like he's used a lot of energy, a lot of power. But you cannot see that. But look at this slipstream from Paul Buckley. Quite aggressive actually from Jason in that braking zone there. They've Buckley not a lot of option up the inside. But Buckley DRS in medium, I believe. High. Sorry, high. I don't really know the deployment options that the game is going. I don't really know. But here we go then, in slipstream. And this corner. Really going to reel him in. Really going to try and inbox with me. Real Jason's back in. No, pretty straightforward. DRS up the inside. What more do you want? No Nuth there. Looks like it's going to get in the action. On the outside, no, he's going to. Looks like he's really hesitant to get past people. This is incredible performance actually from Danny to get himself up into P9, P8, sorry, and defend like this. It's really, really strong for him. Not the fastest of drivers, but he's definitely one of the best defensive, defensive displays so far this race. Jaw then is going to go around the outside, but Danny's still going to try and keep with him, but no, he's not got enough pace there, and that is LCK Jaw up into P8 of the Australian Grand Prix, and that is pretty straightforward, as we call them. Reigning world champion, of course. P2 would actually be a very, very solid start to his championship defence. Finish player. Oh, there's been a crash. There has been a spin. Finish player. Vision, he's letting through. Great sportsmanship there from the two Finns. It's just like Finnish player just went a bit too deep or whatever, and unfortunately Total Pure was caught out and spammed slightly. Great sportsmanship there from Finnish player. Total Pure looks like he's gonna at least try with him. But Finnish player's got the DRS, making the overtaking even more easy than it was last season. But Total Pure's going to have none of that. He's champion. He's having none of that, and he's always made a bit of contact. That's a bit of karma there. And Total Pure has to back out of that, but he's going to have a great exit out of that corner. See now if he can try and get back on it with DRS. In the slipstream, here we go. Going to call to the inside. No, he's not going to do any stupid manoeuvres in the first race. He's only in the first race, 15 points. Finishing this position. He's still very, very strong for the first Grand Prix. Puts you in a great position. He's going on penalties, but yeah. That sun has been slightly setting the whole of this race, but what hasn't been setting, or hasn't been slowing down, is Tossex Fusion's speed, pace and consistency. Tossex Fusion is your Australian Grand Prix winner. He wins the Australian Grand Prix. And that is a pretty decent performance. Second is Finnish player, third is Total Pure. And that is such a global performance. But STB Matty then going to come into P number 4, Bucky in the P5. And 6th is your new driver, look there. And he's actually going to get the 5th place off Buckley. So I'm sure Buckley must be absolutely fuming. Jaw then struggles around the final corner, but he's still going to make it. He's going to finish in P7. And now we've got to wait for Mercury to drive around the circuit. He gets another penalty. So there you go. An absolute dismal start to the new season for LRS Mercury. But, you know, these things happen, and I'm sure, you know, he wasn't expecting much from this Grand Prix. As I was going to be saying, anything can happen in Formula 1. And Bahrain could well bring up some surprises. Mercury then, P8 for the Toro Rosso driver. It will be a race to forget for him, but Dennis coming around the final corner, and he's also going to have to move on and forget. He will finish in. So that concludes then your Australian Grand Prix. I believe we will have to wait the minute and a half, because DJ Danny and Jason's back are still in the pit lane. So yeah, that's, I don't know, that might be a glitch on my end, I don't know, but that concludes your Australian Grand Prix here in Melbourne. And what a performance it was from this man right, Tossex Fusion. Such a consistent driver. Seen that here, and you know, he's definitely meant to do it. Would have been a great battle with ZLC X4, but unfortunately they would shoot him DNF. I don't know the cause of it. Most likely was a crash with the barrier coming out of the left right chicane, but you know, a lot of drivers caught out by that because it was very harsh around this Melbourne circuit. So great work for the drivers that finished the race and didn't. Yeah, didn't get caught out by that curb. But yeah, these drivers have been pretty bored. Yeah. Yeah, that concludes then the Australian first Tossex Fusion. Yeah. A pretty calm, collected Grand Prix for most of the finishers here. But let's see what the drivers are really thinking with the podium. Toto Wolff must be so happy with Tyson Fusion's win. He is your Australian Grand Prix race winner. Second is Finnish player. Third was Total Pure. Fourth was STB Matty. Fifth was Luther. Sixth, due to penalties, was Bourne Buckley. Seventh was LCK Jaw. Eighth was LRS Mercury. Ninth was 23KK. 10th, DNF was Urban Unicorn. And then we've obviously got DJ Danny and Jason is back. Issues, I don't know the causes. And then your DNFs were Furlough 810, IS Leclerc 16, ZLC X4, Typhon Killer, and Bullseye 40310. So there you go. Pretty calm Grand Prix here in Australia. So now we're going to interview the podium finishers. So yeah. Please play include your audio. I'm just going to give you a quick interview here on the podium once again. Okay, I'd like to include your audio. I'm just going to conduct the interviews. Okay. So, your 3 title contenders from last season on the podium. Could that be a sign of things to come in season 13? I'm going to start with Total Pure, I believe was P3. Yeah. So, Total Pure, you were not expecting anything special from your Australian Grand Prix. A lot of drivers were caught out by the curb on the exit of the left and right chicane. How was you able to, keep it out of the wall?
I just drove it like the same every lap. I don't know. For me, it wasn't really that hard.
Okay. Were you expecting a podium?
No, not at all. I was really surprised after qualifying where I was.
So it's been a good weekend for you. Okay. Finnish player, P number 2. I'd like to include your audio and speak loud if you can. So I don't really know your expectations ahead of this season, but obviously a P2 in the first race is very, very strong. How was your race from your POV?
Well, yeah, it was. The start was a bit tricky. I got squeezed by someone, and I almost lost control. But I managed to kept it on the road, and yes, after that, I just drove and over 2 cars pretty much.
Okay. Obviously, this season we have the new track France. What's your expectations ahead of that race?
I'm sorry.
Obviously, we have France this season. What's your thoughts about that track for later on in the season?
It's a nice track. It's nice track to drive. Maybe a bit easy to corner cut, but it's a nice track.
Well, I'm sure that can be sorted when we go there later on. Your race winner then of the Australian Grand Prix Tyson Fusion, if I include your audio if you haven't already.
Yeah, it was.
Pretty decent race. How was you feeling? Obviously, I know you love your battles and your challenges to get a victory. So what was going through your head when ZLC at the Blue just retired?
Yeah, I don't know, because all of a sudden, I think it was like around lap 5, lap 6, he started really struggling on his tyres. And I overtook him and he fell back by like another 2 seconds. So the fact that he pit, I think on lap 6 or 7, sort of showed that he was doing gonna do like a 2-stop. So I knew that I could just long out my first stint on the ultras and go on to the softs to the end. And maybe I stayed out a bit, 1 lap longer than I should have, because the gap between me and Total Pure coming out the pits was a bit closer than I would have liked. Wow. But
you still got the victory.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts going forward into Bahrain? Is that a track that you feel comfortable around? Do you think you can repeat this result next week?
Yeah, I don't know, because Bahrain's not really been a good track for me in the past. So, but it all depends. if I practice enough, it should be okay. But
Okay. Well done to your podium finishers, Total Pure, Finish Player, and Tots X Fusion. That concludes your season opener to season 13 of the STB Racing League here on the F1 2018 game. It really was a race of curbs. So the drivers do really need to look into that going into next week in Bahrain. So well done to the podium finishers. Well done to the drivers who finished here in Australia, and commiserations to those who either disconnected or unable to finish for whatever reason. Do join us next week, same time, or do join us next week for the Bahrain Grand Prix, round 2 at the Bahrain International Circuit here. And until then, have a great week. Relax, and we'll see you next week for the night skies. Bright lights. The desert jewel of Ara.